Just want to make sure it's working. Hello very much. I am Gio, and I will be going through my collection of records that I own from 7 inches, 10 inches, as well as my 12 inches. Um, I've always wanted to do a video about them, just because most of the times they all have like sort of memories connected to them. As to like when it comes to music, everybody loves music. You have this connection to them. But when it comes to physical media, it's another point of connection when you just like have to own such a physical copy of it. And here's just a video of things that I own that I love so much that I own physical copies of, and just fun little stories as to why I own them or how I got them. If anything, most of the time it's just I liked it so I ordered it. But in most cases, it's just little stories of how they came to be. Alrighty, so we'll be starting with my 7 inch as well as my 10 inches because I only have very few of those according to um, my three little shelves of 12 inches. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start with my 7 inches. From latest to earliest, we have Olivia Rodrigo's The Cure, and it's pressed on this really ruby red. It's honestly just so pretty. You can never go wrong with Little Red Record. It includes The Cure as well as a demo that's unreleased called Never Do. A lot of people, from what I know, are speculating it could be on her deluxe album from You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love, which maybe, but if not, it's just a fun song that I own. I actually was not sure if I would like this song, but when I heard it when it was released, after hearing it, I went to her website and was hoping it's still there, and luckily it was, but I was able to get my hands on The Cure by Olivia Rodrigo. Alrighty, next off, not so far from the artist, if anything, still the same artist, we have Olivia Rodrigo's Drop Dead. When she went from her, no, I wouldn't say hiatus, but from her music hiatus, um, she released the single, and I had to get it just because when it came to her vampire one, it was a really good one, and I wish I got. But again, I wasn't too much on 7 inches, but I'm glad I got this one. It's such a good song as well, and it's on this bubblegum pink. It's just really bright, as you can see. Overall it's just really pretty, and it's just one song, Drop Dead, with the instrumental on the other side. But I'm just really glad this is like my first ever pre-ordered 7 inch without listening to the song. So I'm really glad that I got this one. Alrighty, next we have Sienna Sparrow, Die on This Hill. It is pressed on this bright orange. Again, just really bright. Again, it's just really pretty. It is one song, Die on the Hill. On the other side is just the etching, so like I can quite literally touch it without worrying about grooves or anything, because it's just the one song up in the front. And it is signed too. So here is a signed art card. I'm not sure if you can see it right there. Probably do a better job. But yeah, it is signed, so it's a really cool edition that I have. I had ordered this when I was in a car with a guy that I was talking to for quite a while. Sorry. Um, I had spent 2 days with him at his place. It was just really fun. Our last day, we decided to go to a trip. We went to the Apple store. I got a new pair of headphones that I still have. I still need to buy another pair because the the left bud, like, it's a little distorted. But for some reason, the stores don't have one, and I don't have an Apple store near me that I can just go to. And I don't want to, like, order it online because I'm just going to have to wait, and I don't want to wait, even though I've been waiting. But that's besides the case. On our last day together, after he got his coffee, blue coffee, as we were driving home, I got the notification that the vinyl drop for this song, and while I was on his car, I remember vividly, at February 19th, I believe 4, no, like around, yeah, like around 5 p.m. this dropped, and I bought it almost immediately. And it was gonna take months for it to be arriving, but it was just, I bought this on the last day with him, and it just holds a really special place in my heart. Not as to why I bought it, but just the song as well. If you have listened to it, listen to it, and yeah. But that one's that. Okay, on to the other one. We have Billie Eilish Party Favor. This is a repress of a limited edition from her first press, which is the same thing. Billie Eilish Party Favor. It is a 7-inch, includes Party Favor, as well as Hotline Bling. It's essentially a cover of Drake's Hotline Bling, but it's just in a more angelic vocal, and it's more sad, really. um, but it's pressed on this baby pink. And when I saw that it was repressed, I bought it almost immediately because it's just such a good song. Even though it's just like a quick, I think it's 30, not, I don't know, 30 seconds, but it's like no more than a minute. Um, and it's just overall good. And then as I play it, the quality on it is just so wonderful. And it's just, again, a repress that I'm so glad that I could own. And just fun to add to my collection. Alrighty. We then have Where Is My Husband by Ray. When I first heard this single, I fell in love with it, really. It's just very catchy. And I wanted to get into Ray, so I'm really glad that I got to like enjoy it and get the vinyl on it. This one is a second pressing. I believe the first one was on a bright red, but this one is on a pink with a black smoke. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can really see it, but essentially it's just a pink with a black smoke. Um, it's just one song and the other, again, just being the instrumental. The one thing about it though is that at the end, it doesn't really end off correctly. It like distorts. Like it's just like, I don't know why. I kind of like it because it's like I have a manufactured error. I can probably get another one, but it's just like a fun addition. But the rest of the song plays beautifully. It's just really at the very end, like the last lyric that just distorts. So it's not a main issue, but it's just something that just like, oh, like fun facts. But yeah, it's just, this is Where My Husband by Ray. Okay. Let me see. Oop. We then have Guitar Songs by Billie Eilish. This is a very rare and limited vinyl that I did not know at the time. Um, Mainly because it just dropped. I knew it was gonna be limited just because it's Billie. She was popping off during this time when this was released, so I knew it was gonna sell it eventually. But at the time, I was in high school, like roughly almost if anything, 2 years ago. She dropped it while I was in the middle of class, and I didn't have any card to use online. I worked at a liquor store and I was being paid cash. So I would either buy prepaid Visa cards if I wanted to buy anything online, or I would ask my cousins and I would just pay them in cash. But in this case, when it was dropped, I had to ask a classmate and a dear friend of mine. And she said, yeah. She bought it for me and I paid her in cash. But it is the 30th MTV pressed on this beautiful forest green. I'm not sure if that's the official term of it, but it's just like, just looking at it, it's a forest green, as you can see. It's just really pretty, and I really glad to own it. Again, the quality is just amazing, and again, just the songs are just so relatable, especially TV. TV is such just a very, very good song. So yeah. On to the next. I believe there's two more. Yes. So we have Yes and. This is Yes and by Ariana Grande. This was a birthday gift for me. This is my first ever birthday gift. Well, not my first ever birthday gift, but my first time being gifted a vinyl for my birthday. Um, I I don't know how it came to be, but a dear friend of mine, Emily, we became really good friends just completely out of nowhere. I followed her on social media because I thought she was really pretty. She followed me back because we had the same like Instagram mutuals and all that stuff. Um, but at the time when I had Instagram, like she just bought it. She's like, "Hey, like I bought this for you for your birthday since it's coming up, and we have the same birth month. I'm on the 8th and she's on the 15th. Um, so she bought this for me, and I was just like, oh my god, like thank you so much. And when they came, we hung out, we celebrated, and it was just very dear. And it's on this clear pressing. It's just one song. There is no instrumental, unfortunately, but it's just on this clear. Oop, let me get that off. It's just on this clear. And I love clear records. I don't know what it is about clear records, but it's just like something about it is just so like raw. But yeah, it's just one song. So it holds a great place because it's my first ever birthday gift. My first ever vinyl birthday gift. So yeah, I love this. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, and it should be one last one. Yeah, and it's gonna be Chaperone, The Subway, and let me take the vinyl out. The Giver. So this is a special edition because it is. Oh, I don't know why I put it back in if I'm gonna have to take it out. But it's essentially a record store day Black Friday, and this is the first time I attended a record store day event. In this case, this is their Black Friday editions. I was at a sleepover at my cousin's, and it was gonna be Black Friday the next morning, so I had Ubered my way to my local record store in downtown called Normal Records, um, and essentially waited outside. I was the first one. I believe I was the first one. No, I don't know if I was the first one or not. I don't recall. I know I was there. No, I was the. I believe I was like the second one. There's no way I was first. It's not like, but I could have been first because there wasn't many big drops, but there was just some drops that a lot of people wanted to get. Um, but yeah, this was one of them. Um, I'm not like entirely a huge Chaperone fan, but it was just more like a like it's exclusive to it, and I wanted to get it, so I got it. And it's pressed on this purple with smoke. It's supposed to be like a smoke pressing, but essentially it's more just a purple marbling. Um, but yeah, there's there's like a little controversy, not controversy, but just more of a just like manufacturer error that a lot of people don't like, is that the sides don't play their designated songs. So like you would think this side would be the Giver side, and then this side would be the Subway, but it's the complete opposite. So this side plays the Giver, and this side plays the Subway. Um, so it's actually a lot more common that people get that kind of version, and it's more rare that you get the correct version where the pictured side plays its designated song. Luckily, I wasn't those like I thought I was those lucky enough to get the like funny manufactured error ones, but I wasn't. It's just more of a common one. The more rare ones, it's just the perfect ones. But regardless, it's just a fun collection to add, a fun addition to add to my collection. Alrighty, on to my 10 inches. These are my 10 inches. So make fun of the first one I'm about to show you. It is Hoppers Save the Day by SZA. Um, when I first listened to the song and or heard that she was releasing a song for this music for this movie, I listened to it and I actually really fell in love with it. So I'm like, oh, I wonder if there's gonna be a 7 inch. And to my surprise, there was one, but a 10 inch on a die cut. So it tells you right there, die cut. It's basically just a cut of a picture. You've seen maybe some like footballs, chainsaws, or the most one, the Up house. That's a die cut. It's essentially just a picture disc shaped vinyl. But yeah, it plays one song. The other, they play both sides play both versions of Say Today. Say Today. There is no instrumental, but the cool version is that this is essentially Mabel in the robot form of a beaver, and then the B side is actually just essentially the lore that she is not a real beaver, but is a robot. As you can see, like the coding stuff in the back, but it's just a cool like little what do you call it? Aspect of it, a little feature, a cool feature of it. That is just honestly so good. And again, this this song is just so good that I'm so glad to have in my collection. Okay, on to another SZA. This is Good Days by SZA. This is a 10-inch repress. So the first pressing, I don't know how limited it was, but it was limited. But recently of this year, it got repressed, and when I saw that I got repressed, I purchased it almost immediately. And it's just pressed on this beautiful lemonade yellow. As you can see, just a lemonade yellow. It's just so, I don't know, yellow is such a good color when it comes to records. But yeah, it got repressed and I had to buy it. It includes just the song Good Days, A side, the clean version, and then B side, the explicit version. But yeah, it got repressed and I had to get it almost immediately. It's a fun addition to my collection, and honestly, the song has gone a long way. It's just so vibey and just ethereal almost. You can just never go wrong with SZA. I love SZA so much, and I'm just really glad that I was able to get a copy of this song on a 10-inch on exclusive, and it sold out. That I get to have and just showcase. Okay, on to my other Record Store Day Black Fridays, 2 10-inch. The first one being Billie Eilish. So this is Billie Eilish, the Amazon Song Lineup Edition live of 4 songs, being Skinny, L'amour de ma vie, Birds of a Feather, and Wildflower. Wildflower and Skinny for the Amazon lineup. Beautiful, just beautiful vocals that I just truly just love so much that it's not on streaming. Besides, I'm not sure if it's on Amazon Music, but on physical media, it just hits different. But it is a Record Store Day Black Friday. It was quite a lot of quantities of these, so I wasn't missing out on limited. There was quite a few. I'm pretty sure you can still get some at retail price, but it is pressed on this just original black pressing, nothing too special. I wish there was a colored pressing, but you can never go wrong with the black record. It does fit it really good, and just her outfit for it, amazing. But yeah, it's just most of these songs I just hold dearly to my heart because it's just how I feel. If I were a song, I'd probably be these 4. I'll probably say that for like the rest of these. But yeah, this is Amazon Song Lineup live in the Record Store Day Black Friday exclusive. Okay, last 10-inch is gonna be Bruno Mars. I'm not a big not fan of Bruno Mars, but just I don't listen to his music the way I do with others. But this was again just more of a like I was there in the moment and I had to get it. And I believe these were quite a little bit low quantities, not too low, but just not high enough for like everybody can get one. I think, if I remember correctly. But this is Bruno Mars' debut EP from 2010. It includes Count on Me, Talking to the Moon, Somewhere in Brooklyn, and what is the other song? And The Other Side. This is, again, it is his debut EP being pressed on the first time on vinyl. for Record Store Day Black Friday of, I believe, 2026. No, 2025. Um, so yeah, it's just a fun addition and more of memorabilia that I get to own. And it's honestly, these songs are pretty cool. I love these songs. Talking to the Moon, Count on Me, Somewhere in Brooklyn. They're just really good songs, and nothing too special about this one either. It is just pressed on a black pressing, though I wish they could have done a red, but again, the black does fit it quite well. Not too mad about it, but it's just a fun addition that I had to have. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up my 7-inch and my 10 inches. Hope you're staying longer because we're going to be doing my 12 inches. Okay, these are going to be the standard versions of vinyl. Um, I just love vinyl so much. Like, I not always say, but like I like to say, music is better on vinyl than it is on streaming. Though, like, streaming is very, very just good in its own aspect because you get to listen to music anywhere you go. With vinyl, you can't really do that. Um, so streaming, it has its features, but overall, vinyl is just a very good way of just being able to listen to music, as well as there is some like different lyric changes, instrumentals. Vinyl just, it can be very different, and I'll get to that when I get to some of the albums. But I am sorting them by alphabet. I sort them by alphabetical. So this is from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. No, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, and a little bit S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Not that I have any Z, but just the where I'm going from. So I do have 3 full cubbies. I used to have 1 cubby, then I had 2, and now I have 3. To be fair, most of them are just different pressings, but it's just not pressings because something's different about it entirely. Like alternate cover, deluxe, or in this case, when it comes to Charlie XCX, it's just an entirely different album, even though it's the same album. Brat, but it's completely different, but it's not. You know? Okay, we'll start off with A. It is a little cramped, so I'm going to be struggling just a little bit. Alrighty. We have Addison Rae. Addison by Addison Rae. This is an album that I honestly like. But this is pressed on a classic black. Oof. Oof. Let me go in. I don't like that it shows the but this pressed on a black. I would personally love to own the yellow marbled, the blue, or the pink clear version, but the reason why it's in black is because this was actually my second birthday gift, my second vinyl birthday gift that I got from my best friend, Liz. We have the same birthdays. Both of our birthdays land on February 8th. So when we hung out, we went to downtown, we got some Polaroid pictures down in Day to Day Collective. She bought me this album. I gave her a list of pictures of just records that I don't own that I wish to own, and she got one. This is Addison by Addison Rae, so I'm just really glad that I get to have it, and it just means a lot. And realistically, if someone were to give me a duplicate, I honestly would not mind, because I get to do more to it. Like, sometimes I can just take out the album cover and hanging it up, just because I do want to hang it up, but sometimes, like, I do want to spin it, or I want to have the album showcased, like, over here. I do want to, like, have it showcased while I'm spinning, and I can't do that if I have it hung up on my wall. So, yeah, but again, this is just a really just beautiful album, and I get to have it, and it was also gifted, so it just means a lot. I have Dangerous Woman by Ariana Grande. This is the 10th anniversary edition. It is pressed on this beautiful clear with black and white, black and pink swirl. That doesn't do it justice. There has to be another one. Yeah, right here. There you go. It is just so beautiful. It is clear with pink and black swirl. Just honestly so beautiful. This I bought this just because the pressing was really pretty and I wanted to own this album for quite a while, but the pressings, I'm more of a color pressing kind of guy. I like visual stuff when it comes to listening to my music, so when I got it, I was just so happy to get it, and it plays beautiful. There's some really good songs on here that I get to like play and just reminiscence about, like if I was back in 2016. Alrighty. Next. Ooh, wow, these are really crammed in here. Oh my god. We have Ariana Grande Positions. This is just the Target exclusive. No, this is not Target exclusive. What am I doing? This is her website exclusive. I think it got repressed. Um, and again, at the time, I bought this a long time ago when I was still in high school, and I didn't have, again, card. I only had cash, so I had my cousin buy it for me, and I paid it in cash. And it's in this. It's supposed to be a Coke bottle clear, but it's just more of a like a greenish clear. Coke bottle clear vinyls are always gonna be different. I'm gonna show a real one later out, but essentially this is what most Coke bottle clear is. It's just more of a tinted green. I bought this a long time ago. It is warped, unfortunately, so I do want to get maybe like the anniversary version of it sometime soon. But again, Safety Net is what like got me hooked to this album, and I just relate to the lyrics so well. Um, but yeah, I just really love this album, and I'm glad to have it. Then we have Ariana Grande again. This is Ariana Grande Eternal Sunshine, the Target exclusive edition. Um, when I first moved here, my Target, it didn't have like a full record collection. It had one, but it was just more like, oh, like if they rarely got any records, they would just be there. And they did have two records on there on clearance. So it was this one and another record that I'm gonna showcase later is were on clearance. Each of the two albums that I got those days were $10 each. Each album being $30. This was $30, but I got it for a whopping $10. So I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be coming home with me. So I scored, and it's just on this translucent red pressing. Nothing too crazy about it, as you can see. But I got it for a really good price on clearance, so I had to take it home with me. Again, just beautiful songs on here as well, and I just had to get it. So I didn't pay full price, only paid a whopping $10 instead of $35. Ready. Next, we have Miss Amelia Moore. She is becoming really popular in music lately, which I'm a little bit scared, just because when it comes to like them being like, which I love that they're growing because I want them to make more music, but it's just scary just because when it comes to vinyl releases, they're gonna be sold out a lot, and sometimes I just worry that their new music just won't hit as well as their old music did. But she's been doing great so far, and I'm like loving the new era that she's in. But when I first listened to this album, I fell in love with it so deeply because it's teaching her about how to love, and essentially that's just like you know, being with someone who doesn't know how to express themselves and teaching them without, and then them not getting able to get it. You know, it's just an album that I just love truly, and it's signed. So when I first ordered this, it took months to get here. Like months. I'm talking about like 4 months to get here. Like the ship date kept changing every single day. Like, oh yeah, it's gonna be shipped a week from now, 2 weeks from now, and it just kept changing and changing. I'm like, when's it gonna be shipped? And it's because the album cover got changed. So it was supposed to be a different album cover, but then it got changed. And then when I got it, it was actually a surprise sign. It wasn't advertised that it was gonna be signed or anything, but when I got it in the mail, it was signed. Um, I guess she was doing some signings on TikTok, and I'm not on TikTok, so for me it was more of a surprise vinyl. So I didn't know it was gonna be signed, and when I saw that it was signed, I was just like This is my first ever signed vinyl that I ever got ever, and I was really excited. And it's pressed on this just trip white vinyl, which again just goes well with the album cover. And then the thing is, fun fact, it includes the track list of the album, but the live versions that you can also listen to. And the live versions, oh my god, amazing. Move and Crybaby live, oh my god, they're just the best, the best, the best, the best. So yeah, the fact that I get to own this album means a lot, and I'm really like happy to see what else she has in store. I'm actually gonna have her displayed over here, right there. Alrighty. Next, we have another by Million More. This is He's Just Not Into You, the complete collection. So essentially, she dropped 2 EPs, and it became one album. He's Just Not That Into You. The first one, I forgot which songs it was. Oh yeah, I'll show you right here actually. So side A is the first EP, and then side B is the second one. So the first one that she released was See Through, Naked, Round Zip Up, Push Up Bra, That Girl, Back to Him, and Ballerina. And then after a while, she then released another one where she then released He's Just Not That Into You, Spelling Bee, featuring Tizo Touchdown, Fuck, Marry, Kill, That's All They Really Want, Underwater, See Through, and Emily. I love Naked, Brown Zip Up, Ballerina, Fuck, Marry, Kill, That's All They Really Want, Underwater, and then Emily. Those songs are just so beautiful. And honestly, I honestly relate to all of them. And the whole aspect of it is orange. So, the album vinyl is this neon orange translucent, which I wish it was an opaque, but overall, can't blame the orange aesthetic. Overall, just amazing. Next, we have my second ever signed vinyl. This is Ash. Ash by Ashlyn. No, Wilson by Ash. I first listened to this album just out of nowhere, and I fell in love with it deeply. Most of the time, I listen to new songs, and when I fall in love with him, I immediately go to the internet and be like, vinyl version of it. And then if there's a really good pressing, and I genuinely love the aspect of the album, I buy it almost immediately. And in this case, I bought a signed version just because it was still up. I'm like, oh, let me just buy the signed version. Like, it's just $2 more. Might as well. And it's pressed on this lemonade yellow. It's just so pretty. The album cover, I don't know what it is. I honestly love it so much. But it is signed, as you can see right there. And I'm just so glad I get to have it in my collection. We have American Rough by Andrew Saw. This is a limited edition Chicago Streetlight Amber. As for why it's called Streetlight Amber, is because in Chicago the streetlights are this amberish color, which, from what I've read, is supposed to like, it essentially not to like, it's a little dark, but essentially it's more of a light where it produces this feeling of like calmness, where less crime would be committed. I'm not sure if that's entirely true. It's just from what I've heard. And it, again, this album, when I first listened to it, when it was like being advertised online, I'm like, oh wow. Like, I'm not a big country person. I never really loved country, but lately I have been. And this is one of those albums that I just really, really, really love. And the pressing on it, again, is this amber vinyl. Pretty, like, oh, look at that. It's like the amber from the Jurassic Park mosquito. You know what I mean? Like it's just so beautiful. And I get to, and then fun fact, I posted this on my story when I was on Instagram, and he reposted it. I got noticed by an artist. I got noticed by Amelia Moore, but not like reposted on her story. She just mostly just viewed my story. But this one, he messaged me saying, "Oh, thank you for buying the album," and reposted my story. I'll probably insert the clip if I can. But yeah, this album is just so good. Alright, next we have Benny. This is You're an Angel, I'm Just Particles. This is the booklet exclusive signed version, and it's pressed on this clear with like yellow neon splatter. I'm not entirely a big fan of it. There was a pearly white version that I wish I got that was signed as well. Um, but again, this is just more of a rare edition, and I do have the signed version hung up on my wall, beside up in my bedroom wall. Um, and she is the first person I've ever seen live, like in person, and it was an amazing, just night. You know, um, I met a really good friend when because I went there alone. I was originally gonna go with the guy that I was talking to, um, and I bought the tickets ahead of time, and then things went south, and I didn't have anyone to go with, so I sold the ticket. I got some money out of it, but I had to go alone. It's like I had fun, but I could have had more fun, you know. But I made a friend, and I made a friend, and it was just honestly just a really lovely night. And the songs on here are just so good, and I just hold it just dearly. But yeah, that's Benny. Alrighty, we then have Billie Eilish. We have Billie Eilish, Don't Smile at Me. I bought this with a group of collection when she dropped her milk chocolate drop back, I don't know, I think 2022. Um, and I bought a repress of the red because there was only black versions of this copy. And when she dropped that collection of chocolate, she also repressed some other vinyls, and I got this one in a red. And I'm really glad to got it because I love colored pressings, and the red matches it so well. So I got this with a bunch of other like stuff, and again, just the red. Love it. I love Billie. I'm not sure if you know that. Oh, I missed one actually. Don't laugh at me for this one either. All right? Don't laugh at me. This is Barbie the soundtrack. I know. I got this when Billie announced that she was making a song for the album. And essentially I could have waited for the 7-inch, but it took a while. It took like a few like months after the movie, but and I purchased it. She released her song, What Was I Made For? And since it was being pressed on it, there was some other good catchy songs on this album. And so I just bought it. And it's funny because this is an exclusive edition. It's on this blue, and it's missing a track that was supposed to be advertised, but it's not on there. Not that I care for it, but I'm just saying like, oh, like it could be just a cool miss issue. I think it's supposed to be, I'm not sure if it's Gale. No, it's supposed to be 50 by 50 with something. 50 something. But yeah, that's just a soundtrack that I own. It's just very cool. Alrighty. We then have Happier Than Ever. What am I doing? When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? By Billie Eilish. This is pressed on Glow in the Dark. It is a Walmart exclusive edition. I think this is the vinyl that represents, like, just fits the album so well. I bought this when I was just at Walmart. I wasn't like a big fan of her at the time, but when I saw him, like, oh, I love her and I love her album, let me get it, and I got it. Glow in the Dark pressings aren't that really good because they tend to deteriorate in a way over time. just because of the material used for As It Goes in the Dark. I'm not sure if you can, like, you can't really see, but yeah, the material on it begins to just like not do well. So my friend bought me one, and it's gonna be no, the Target, that was Target exclusive one. She bought me the Walmart exclusive one in this orange, which honestly fits it really well as well. And this one just plays a lot better, so that's why I have two. And this album means a lot to me because when I first listened to it, I was in middle school, and honestly, like, not to like throw that out there, but I was outed, and I got made fun of it for it. It had quite a toll on me, and that was like, in a way, like helping me through it, but in a way, like kind of making it worse. Just because I'm like, oh, like listen before I go. But it's just a song that I just love and hold dearly. And then I Love You, just amazing, amazing. We are moving to Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. Now this is the first ever vinyl record that I have. This one right here. This is the first ever record that I got. Um, it was it was gifted to me. This Oh wow, I lied. This is my first ever birthday vinyl gift that I received from a friend of mine, Emily, a different Emily, an old friend of mine. Um, we just kind of like outgrew each other, but she bought this for me during COVID time, as well as the When We All Fall Asleep Puerto Rico doll that she had with her other releases. I believe she had two other dolls. She had the bad guy and then the a neon outfit one. But this is the first ever birthday vinyl gift that I received. She bought it for me via mail. I gave her my address, and it's in this Target exclusive blue. Um, the condition on it is just really bad. I'm not sure if you can see it. Like there's creases everywhere, like right there, and then like over. I don't know where else. There's like another crease. Oh yeah, the creases are more just on this side right here in the corner. It's just really bad. It came really bad. I couldn't really like send it out. I do want to get another copy sometime soon. But it's on this blue. It's just really pretty. Um, but yeah, this is my first ever gift. I love this album so much. This album means the world to me. Like, I don't know how to describe it. There's songs on here that just make me feel good about myself. And I just relate to all of the songs as well. Haley's Comet, Happier Than Ever. Um, there's another one. Your Power. All just amazing, amazing, amazing songs. And then during that time, that's when I fell in love with her, was catching up on everything. So this album just resonates a lot with me. Alrighty, and then I bought a different one just because the version of this one was so perfect. This is the Walmart exclusive Golden Yellow. As you can see, the color pressing of this matches it perfectly. Um, I do want to own two more pressings of this album. I know I shouldn't, but I just want to. And it's going to be the jade green, and then the other one is going to be the brown. The brown and green are the ones I really, really, really wish to own. But yeah, I bought this at Walmart. This is a golden, and it fits so well. Again, this album just means the world to me. And I do want to variant collect this album specifically. I'm not much of a variant collector, but I do want to do it for this album just because it means a lot, and I love visuals again. So it's just one that I can't wait to like deeply go into. So this is Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. This song, again, all amazing. Just this, I have two of them as well. but they're both from Target. So why are they different colors? Great question. I asked myself the same thing. So on the website at Target, it says it's recycled. She was more eco-friendly when it came to the variants of this, which is very, very wonderful. I love that she's advocating for a lot of stuff. Um, but in this case, it's an eco-friendly vinyl, so it's reused vinyl plastics to make this one rather than making new ones and using harmful materials. She reused recycled ones and eco-friendly ones to be pressed for this album. And on the Target website, it says that because it's eco-friendly and reused vinyl, the color of this variant would be different. So it would either be more of a yellow, a bright yellow, or in this case, a bright orange. When I first got it, or when I first saw that it was on this yellow, I'm like, oh, yellow and this album would go so well together. But when I got it, I'm like, why is it orange? Orange does not go well with this album. And I returned it like 3 times to get a yellow, and I did not. This is the last one I got. The first one was more of a reddish orange, like a burnt orange. The second one was more of a marbled orange, and this one just was a neon orange. And I could not find one until I became those people who like look through the records and was like it was taped shut, like it was like this. It was just taped shut. Again, it was just eco-friendly, so that it came with a sleeve and everything, an outer sleeve for it. And I peeked into one like after like weeks, and I saw that one was in this perfect recycled yellow. Now this, although I wanted more of a neon yellow, this recycled yellow, like where it shows you all the like it's recycled material, I had to get it. And unfortunately, I did not have money at the time, so my cousin bought it for me, and weeks later I paid her back. And again, it's just a cool addition that I have. It's just a cool story that she does, that I have, that she did with her vinyl variants. As you can see, it's just like the pressings of it, just all beautiful. Ooh, so sorry for the headphones. Alrighty, we have our last, I believe, B section. Yes, our last B artist, boygenius. I was never heard of boygenius before, but again, I was at Target. This is a Target exclusive, and it was on clearance for $8. I'm like, $8, and I've never heard of boygenius, but I've heard of them, if you know what I mean. Like I'd never heard their music before, but I've heard people talking about how good their music is. So I bought it, I listened to it, and I fell in love. For only $8 again. So it was like, if I didn't like it, it's not like I spent a fortune on it. But I fell in love with it. It is pressed on this orange swirl, which if you can see it, or on this side to be in fact. But I fell in love with it. Not Strong Enough is my all-time favorite song of this. Cool About It, $20. Amazing. Just so good. And a cool aspect of this, again, why physical media is a lot better, is because when a vinyl record ends, it stops at it stops at the dead center for you to pick up your needle, put it back, or replay it, or play a different song. For this one, in this case, when it finishes, it never truly ends. It keeps on spinning and spinning at the ending point. It's such a cool little feature that this vinyl has. I'm not sure if it's for every single one. I just know that it does it for the Target exclusive one. And it's such a cool feature that a lot of people don't know about. I found it out through Pinterest. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, is that true? Because when it ended, I'm like, oh, it's probably like a little manufactured. Because when it's on clearance, it's put in a position where like it's like this. You can't lay them flat, or else they start to warp, or their condition becomes bad. So I'm like, oh, it's probably that, which I didn't mind because it was just at the very, very end. but it wasn't a manufacturer error. It was actually something that they do. So it's just a really cool aspect that this record has that a lot of people don't know about. So that's really cool. We have Camila Cabello COXO. This is a Target exclusive. I know I do quite have a lot of Target exclusive, but mainly because again, this was on clearance. This was $10. It was originally $35. Again, bought it for $10. And I didn't was much of a Camila Cabello fan, but this album was just is really good. And it's pressed on the silver. Although I do want to get this version of the official album just because I love the official album art cover, except this one, it's a bit faded. You can barely tell what it is. But the pressing itself, it's like the silver. There's no silver, but it's more like a grayish silver, and it's really good. Boat, best of all time. It's just my all-time favorite. Best of all time. Like, it's just a song that I deeply relate to. But yeah, that's Camila Cabello. Alrighty. Now we have Charlie XCX. This is Crash by Charlie XCX. I first bought this album when I went to my local mall. I bought this at Phi. My mall had added a Phi store in there, and in the middle section of the store there was a whole row of vinyl. I'm like, oh my god, like I have to go through them. And I saw this one. I wasn't much of a Charlie XCX fan, but for some reason it like I fell in love with it just by the album art cover. Um, and surprisingly, it was a pressed vinyl. I don't know what like pressing it is and where it's from, but it's like this like red with like black marble, and it just fits the album so well. I truly love this album so much, and I'm so glad that it was a colored pressing and not just a standard black. But yeah, I just bought this when I was at the mall when our mall added a Phi store, and I just bought it just because of the album art cover being just really really pretty and just honestly iconic. I might have to blur it. I don't know. Alrighty, same artist. We have Charlie XCX Brat. Oof. So this is when I listened to that album. That's when I started getting into Charlie XCX and her old stuff as well as her new stuff that she was coming out with. She released Brat, which is an iconic album cover. Everybody knows Brat. Everybody knows the lore. Everybody knows just the features on about it. And this is a Turntable Lab exclusive, limited to 3,000, and I got number 2,703, and it is again just limited pressing, only 3,000 ever made, and it's in this clear with black and white swirl. I mean black and white splatter. This splatter album vinyl variant is truly one of a kind. Like look at it, it matches so perfectly. There was another variant that I wish I had gotten, which was a Target exclusive, and it's like in this purple. It's the same. It's a splatter, but it's this instead of it being clear, it's pink, I believe, and it was just so pretty. But this is again a really cool addition to my Charlie X limited edition records. But yeah, this is limited to 3,000 in this turntable live clear with black and white splatter. Alrighty, next we have Brat, but it's completely different. In this case, this is the remix album with Lorde, Ariana Grande, Troye Sivan, Japanese House, I believe. Did I already say Ariana Grande? But yeah, there's just some good albums on here. Good songs on here. And this is on the Target exclusive. Well, not Target exclusive, but I bought this at Target when I was working at Target. I bought it because it was on sale. It was originally 30, I think it was 30 something, but I only bought it for like 25. So it's in this clear green, which is honestly pretty cool. Not nothing bad about it. Again, just a cool, different, completely different album that I have, and essentially it's just like a deluxe. Alrighty, we have Charlie XCX again, but this time this is Charlie XCX Wuthering Heights, the album movie. Now, I bought this. This is the collector's edition. It came in wrapped in a bow that I do have right here in my little box of goodies. Not sure if you can see, but this is the bow that it came in. The string, the ribbon that it came with when it came wrapped, and it's limited. I forgot which number I got. I could probably locate it somewhere in there, but I do have it stored. But it is pressed on this emerald green with black smoke. I'm not sure if you can see it, but yeah, like right there. It's so pretty. It's hard to tell when it's playing, but like under the light, it's pretty, pretty. Um, I bought this because her first song that she released for House featuring John Cale, I honestly fell in love with it. Like it was just so good. Like although it was used for like a meme aspect, I enjoyed it as a song in general, and I had to get it. So I bought it, and just Chains of Love Everywhere. What's another song on here that I love? It's at the very end. My Reminder. So good. Alrighty, now we have a different artist this time. This is Charlotte Day Wilson. This is a Turntable Lab exclusive. What is it called? Limited edition clear bottle green. In this case, Coke bottle clear. Now this is what a Coke bottle clear vinyl should look like. That's Coke bottle clear. Now that's what it should look like. This is a perfect representation of what Coke bottle clear should look like, not like a marbled green. But funny enough, I love this album. It's really good. I don't listen to it a lot like I thought I would. I mainly just bought this because it was on sale online. I bought this for like $15. Not including shipping. But it was for $15 and it was originally 30. And I'm like, oh, like I loved her songs on here. Like the songs on here were really good, but I don't listen to her as often as I thought I would. But for $15, I had to get it, and it was really good. Like it wasn't like, oh, I'm bad enough that why did I get it? But it's just more like, oh, I forgot. Like I don't listen to her as often. It's still good music, but it's just more like if her music comes along, I'd listen to it, but I would not manually put it on. You know. Alrighty, next we have a different artist. We have Clairo. Clairo, my girl. So we have Charm. This is the Urban Outfitters exclusive Baby Pink. Now it says this is supposed to be a limited edition, but they lied. It's just more of an exclusive. Because you can still buy this at Urban Outfitters. I don't know why it says limited. That's the one thing about records is that sometimes they're marked for limited edition, but what they really mean is exclusive and not limited. But yeah, this is the Baby Pink. I think this color matches the album really, really good. I just love this album. This album is just very, honestly, very aesthetic and just very, very vibey. Like this is romantic as it could get, really. And I just love it. And I do have another pressing of it. But this one is different because this one is the 1 year anniversary of Charm. And this one is the Target exclusive tree colored. So it's, yeah, This is in this yellow, blue, and purple, but the blue and the yellow mix to make this little green, so it's essentially a rainbow. And I just really love that. So yeah, I had to get it. It was on sale for like $5 less, but I had to get it. I had to get it. And then my cousin actually got one as well. For what? Just to be aesthetic. What's the term? He was not aura. What's the damn it? There was a word when it came for Claro. When guys would listen to Claro and drink matcha. He was a male performer. He was a male. He was being performative. That's the word. He was being performative about this whole thing. I was like, oh, okay, like whatever. Alrighty, on to Claro. The last second to last Claro. It is gonna be the 5-year anniversary of Sling. Now, I love Sling. I love Sling. But the pressing on these were just a standard black, and I did not want a standard black. There was a limited edition pressing, but that pressing was selling for $300, and I was not gonna get it. So when the 5-year anniversary of Sling came around, she released a pink version on her website, in the exclusive green, Target exclusive yellow, and then the Blood Records exclusive that I have pre-ordered. It should be coming around this week, but the one that I have right now is a Target exclusive yellow. Now this yellow is pretty. It's not lemon yellow. It's more of just a soft pastel yellow that just honestly fits the album so well. Like, oh, it's just so good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Alrighty. Next, we have Conan Gray, Kid Crow. I bought this when I, again, first moved here and they had vinyl. I wanted to own this album. And funny enough, I think there's 2 versions of this. This is a Target exclusive one. There's 2 versions. There's the black and smoky clear, but then they switched it to the red. Because, again, just Target is just mostly known for red. But yeah, I bought it, and it's like in this just beautiful translucent red. And this album, when I was in middle school, just did a toll on me. Like, I was just somebody else completely different. But this album, just amazing. Heather, The Cut That Always Bleeds, just iconic songs on here that I just love. Oh, on to D. We're on D now. We moved on so quickly. Okay, we have Daniel Caesar, Son of Spurgey. So when this album came out, I didn't purchase it. I didn't pre-order it just because the pressings, it just didn't fit well with me. And then the signed version that I wanted to get, it sold out pretty quickly. But when I was hanging out with my friends, we were doing, was it my birthday? No, it wasn't my birthday at all. It was like a whole different, we were just hanging out. But I saw this at Target, and I'm like, oh, they have a Target exclusive edition in a Coke bottle clear, which isn't really Coke bottle clear. But when I saw it, I'm like, oh, I'm getting it. And then, yeah, I feel like it does fit the album just because of the shirt. And it's just amazing. Just truly a wonderful, well done album. Truly love it. I listened to it when I went to my trip to Yosemite, and man, was that a ride. It was, woof. I was crying. Imagine crying on the mountains. Best feeling ever, honestly. Alrighty. Next, we have a really good collection of mine. This is Dreamer Izuyama's Princess Forever. So, this is a limited edition. I believe this is Urban Outfitters, correct? Where is, yeah. Yeah, Urban Outfitters limited edition Violet. So this is, I think it was limited to 500 or 300. But I saw this on eBay for only $29. I'm like, and it's going for like 50, 60. She's not huge. They're not huge, but they're pretty well known. Um, and for being just honestly retail price, I had to get it. I was a bit, I was a bit like iffy about ordering from eBay just because I've never, eBay just vinyl. You can't really like trust it, in my opinion. But luckily I did, and I got it, and it's just so pretty. Look at it. I just so glad I got it. So when I saw it, I ordered it, and it came in pretty quickly, and I'm so thankful that I got to have it. Oh, I'm just amazed. Ooh, on to E. Alrighty. We have Esha Terari. If that's how I'm pronouncing it. Esha Terari, she is an indie artist. Again, that just blew up. And I love her new music. It's good, but not as much as I love her old stuff. And this was a Valentine's Day exclusive from her EP. And it includes two songs, I Can and Beautiful Boy. Beautiful Boy being her hit song. And it's pressed on this beautiful ruby red heart-shaped vinyl. Man, I'm gonna tell you, this is the prettiest, and just look at it. It's just a wonderful, like a heart-shaped vinyl. This is my first ever shaped heart-shaped vinyl that I wish to own. I got this one first before I got the die cut of the SZA one for Hopper's movie, but this one right here, Beautiful Boy. If you haven't listened to it, it's such a good song that I just truly, really love. But yeah, I limited to 3,000. It was a limited edition, so you were able to order it like it was unlimited for 2 days, and then after those, there were going to be any more. So only 3,000 people ordered, and I got version 1,103. So yeah, I love that I get to have this in my collection. Alrighty, we then have the one and only Ethel Cain. We have Preacher's Daughters by Ethel Cain. I was never really a big fan of, not big fan of Ethel. I was just more like I knew who she was. She was talked about a lot, but I felt like an imposter if I started listening to her and then actually liked her. I'm like, oh, you only liked her because she started getting big. I'm like, no, it's true. That's entirely the whole point. Well, that's what I'm saying now. But overall, I'd just be like, yeah, people would say that to me. Like, oh, you like her because she's popular. And then, like, what am I going to do? Defend myself? No. But, yeah, after my recent event with this guy, his name was Steele. After my recent events with Steele, he was a big Ethel Cain fan, and I wasn't much of a big fan, though I listened to her music. Actually, let's start off way before Steele. I met this guy, his name was Luke. I met him on this app. And we started talking just as friends, and then overall I started to gain feelings for him, and he started telling me about Ethel, like, oh, have you ever listened to Ethel? And that's when I told him, like, yeah, I've heard of Ethel. I wanted to get into her, but because of how popular she is, I just haven't had the reason to, because I feel like an imposter, like, oh, you only like her because she's popular. And then she's like, oh, like, yeah, that's understandable, but if you do ever want to, definitely should. I feel like you would like her. And it's true. I did. So Luke got me into Ethel, but not as deeply as Steele did. Steele loved Ethel. I wouldn't say personality wise it was just Ethel, but like if there was one thing about him, it was Ethel Cain. And that's when I fully started to listen to the albums, the songs, like honestly like a deep dive, and I fell in love with her. Preacher's Daughters, and when I did, and things ended, I listened to it even more on a deeper level now that he was gone. It's one thing listening to a song when you're with somebody, and it's different once they leave. And this was one of them. I was just a wreck. And when I found out that he had moved on, I was just, I was a mess. I was a wreck. And this album was not making it any better, but it was just the closest thing that I had to him. And I was able to order it online, and I got it. So this is Preacher's Daughters, and is on the standard, just black. I do wish that one day she does decide to do, like, on an anniversary, like a color pressing. But yeah, this is just on a standard black. And I just love this album so much. If anything, my best way to describe my situation with him, or how I'm feeling, is House of Nebraska. Yeah. And that does not stop there. It does not stop there, ladies and gentlemen. We then have Wilbury Tucker. I will. I'll always love you. Yeah. When I went to visit him for those 2 days that I was staying with him at his place for 2 days, he had this album. It was a gift to him. I believe his brother had gifted it to him. And I brought my record player at his place. Like, I physically brought this over, like this one right here. And we played songs on there, his vinyl collection, and he had this. And I told him, like, oh, like, what's the story about this? Like, oh, it's just a personal album. Like, he gave me, like, oh, it's an album, like, there's lore behind this album, why he cares for it so much for it, that I never really got to know, that I wish I did, because I wanted to, in this aspect, I was kind of idolizing him for, like, idolizing the idea of me and him being forever. And it wasn't so. But the closest thing I have to Steel is just these 2 albums, or 3 albums, but these 2 mainly. Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's pressed on this black. And then I do have the indie exclusive version, so it comes with a poster, which I love. Love, 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 love. Alright, this might be 2 parts. Most likely 2 parts, yeah. Alrighty. Then we have Phineas. This is Phineas. Honestly, I don't know this album. This is Optimism. This is Phineas Optimism. I don't know why I bought it. I don't remember when I bought this album. I think I bought it at Walmart just because Phineas was close related to Billy. I don't listen to this album at all. Just gonna be 100% honest. I've never touched this album in a fat minute. I don't know why I own it. I just own it, and it's on the standard white. It's not a bad album. I just haven't listened to it in such a long time. But yeah, this is Phineas Optimism in a white. Yeesh. Don't make fun of me. Alrighty. Then we have FK Twigs Capri Songs. This album I just love. Love, 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 love. When I first heard about her, I listened to her and I fell in love. And this is Glow in the Dark. I bought this with an exclusive deal with another album that I got. But this album is just so good. I love the album cover. It's just so good as well. There's just something about it, and I cherish this album a lot. And I listen to it as quite a lot, and I just love it. And I got it just because I'm like, oh, I just had to, really. Again, it's just one of those instances where I fell in love with it. I searched it up, and I bought it. Love. Alrighty. we have another F. This is Fleetwood Mac, their greatest hits. Now, this is a Target exclusive magenta or translucent purple in their case. As you can see, it's a beautiful color. um, this was actually bought for me. So I used to work at Target, and my coworker, we did drive up, and she did not want to do drive up, and I'm like, and she told me like if I can do drive up for her, that she would buy me a record. I'm like, deal. And I'm like, oh, which one do you want? And I'm like, I've been eyeing this one for a minute, and she bought it for me. So it's just a cool memory. I love her dearly. I still talk to her, but I sadly don't work with her anymore, and I do miss her. But yeah, this is an album that was gifted to me at work, realistically. So it's really cool that I get to have it. Next, we have Florence and the Machine, Everybody Scream. Now, this is a Target exclusive edition. I bought this because this was also on clearance. It was originally $40, and I only bought it for $20. So I got it 50% off, and it's in this turquoise blue. And apparently the album cover is different. But this is what it looks like. In this turquoise blue. So good. I just oh, there's a bug in here as well. But yeah, I bought this just because it was on clearance, and I heard that her music was really good. And honestly, I agree. This album is really good. My all-time favorite is, where is it? You Can Have It All. You Can Have It All. My all-time favorite. Alrighty. Now, don't make fun of me for this one either. This is Urban Outfitters exclusive lavender vinyl Fine Ho Stay by Flo Milli. This is in this gorgeous clear with lavender swirl, as you can see. Really, really pretty. The reason why I have this is because it was on clearance. Urban Outfitters had this clearance sale, and guess how much this one was? This one was $6. I bought this for $6 with shipping. So yeah, I only paid $6 for shipping, and I just honestly had to get it. There's just one song that I really like on there, Never Lose Me, featuring SZA and Cardi B. So yeah. Alrighty. Next, we have Beloved by Giveon. Now, this album, I cherish. This album is so good. When 20s was released, the single, I just knew the album was going to be freaking fire. And it was. And it's on a standard black, nothing too crazy. Again, I just feel like black does match it as well, though I wish there was a brown pressing. But this album just means a lot. And then Rather Be, Strangers. Hello, Strangers is my song. This album just means a lot. Oh yes, we then have Girl in Red, If I Can Make It All Go Quiet. Right? Yeah, if I can make it go quiet by Girl in Red. I don't remember. I do remember. I bought this at Walmart. I was debating on buying this album or a different album. I don't know which other album that was. I forgot. It was Rex Orange County. That's the one I was debating on getting, or it was Girl in Red. And I posted it on my stories back then, and a lot of people chose Girl in Red. And I bought it, and it's such a good album. It's really good, and it's on this standard black. Unfortunately, there are some better pressings for this album that I do want to get, but just maybe sometime in the future. But yeah, this is more of a just like, oh, I wanted to buy a record, so which one should I buy? we should have two more, and we're gonna end it off because our first cubby is almost done. Alrighty, next we have Record Store Day Black Friday Icona Pop. I Love It featuring Charlie XCX. Now this one was my final Record Store Day exclusive vinyl. It is gonna be Icona Pop. I Love It, featuring Charlie X. This is just gonna be a 12-inch. It's a glow in the dark. It includes that song, but it also includes the other remixes. So there's nothing too special about it. But it is pressed on glow in the dark, which is honestly pretty cool. It's just a fun collective Record Store Day edition that I have when I went and attended for the first time. Alrighty, if I can just make it fit. There we go. Alrighty, and then last but not least, we have Grover Washington Soulbox Volume 2. Now, this is just a really good album. It's just soul music. There's no lyrics. It's just more of a jazz. And I bought this when I went to my first ever physical appointment, like alone for the first time. Like, you know, when you're an adult, you do something for the first time. This was one of them. I went to the doctors. I had my physical, had everything. I did everything alone, filled papers alone, did everything alone. And after a while, I decided to go to Barrio Logan, which was near the clinic, and did some shopping over there. And I hit this record store, and I bought this. I don't know, just something about the vibe about it was really good. It's, again, just on a standard black, nothing too crazy. I wasn't expecting it to be on the colored pressing, but it's on this black pressing, and I bought it, and I wanted to buy a tote, because I honestly like tote bags. I do have one of Emma Chamberlain right here that I take to work. But I do have three others, and that third one that I have is, I asked the owner of the store, like, oh, do you guys have any tote bags? And he's like, yeah, we have some. And then he gave me one of Barrio Logan, and I'm like, oh, like, how much is it? He's like, oh, no, it's on the house. I'm like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my god, like, thank you so much. So it's just like a cool, like, little memory that I did this and that alone. I did also hit a coffee shop, really nice. I had this like cinnamon dulce latte, coffee latte. It was really good. And then I hit a bookstore, and I bought some books. And then yeah, this is just really good, just really good. I don't know, just the songs on this is just really good as well. But yeah, so that's gonna be the first part of my cubby right here. And then in the next one, we'll get into these, and then if we have time, we'll do a part 3 for these guys down here. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I gotta see you in the next one. Okay, bye.